Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to makeup class episode 2. I hope that you are doing well wherever you are. If you are seeing my face for the first time, my name is Retha, and if you're seeing my face for the second, the third, or the fourth time, welcome back, girl. It's good to have you again. Thank you so much for clicking on my video once again. So today I'm bringing you guys a makeup class episode 2, where I'll be going into great detail on how you can get the snatch on this face, girl, how you can get this highlight, how you can get this blush, this contour, this flawless foundation, and definitely also how you can get a zero flashback highlight and contour routine. So we did base today. We went into detail with the base today. So if you want to get this base, you really want to stay tuned. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and most importantly, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Let's jump into the makeup class for beginners episode 2. Hey girl, I hope that you're doing well today. Ooh, skin is popping. Do you guys see that? Oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna go in with my Vaseline lip therapy. It's always important to keep those lips moisturized. I feel like sometimes I come on here and my lips are so dry. So embarrassing. And then I feel so embarrassed when I watch my videos back. I'm like, girl, you could have did better. I still have a bit of the scar from when I had a pimple. Now it's blended in with my freckles. But yeah, it's getting better. So today is makeup class for beginners episode 2. I am so excited to be filming this episode for you guys, and today we are going to be doing all things foundation based. I'm going to show you guys my foundation routine and how I get my face snatched and how I avoid flashbacks. We're also going to get into all of the brushes that I used, all of the products that I used, so you definitely want to continue to watch. So as per usual, I've already gone ahead and done my brows. If you want to see how I do my brow, please watch my 15-minute no makeup routine. That is where you'll find this brow that I have on today. I also have another brow tutorial that was more of like an Instagram type of brow. My most recent brow is from the 15-minute makeup routine. That's the brow that I go for lately, so yeah. So to begin my routine, I'm just gonna go in with my Hydrate and Prime primer. I did mention, I feel like I'm always mentioning the fact that I have dry skin. So as much as you can learn today and take tips, you need to apply my tips to your own skin tone and to your own skin type. You know, you don't have to necessarily go in with a hydrating primer if you don't have dry, problematic skin like me. You can definitely go in with a mattifying primer. I want to show you guys the brushes that I use for my face to achieve my base every day. First brush that I'm going to show you guys is my foundation brush. Oh my gosh, load shedding continues throughout the week until Saturday. Check your schedules. Fuck y'all. The first brush that I'm going to show you guys is this foundation brush. It's a double-sided brush, and I only use this side. As you can see, the bristles of the brush are tightly packed together, and I like that because it gives me a flawless sort of finish to my foundation routine when I use a dense brush. If I use this type of brush, this brush looks like a foundation routine because it has a flat top, but it's not as dense as this brush. Can you see how when I do this, that's what I mean by the density. When I do this, the bristles are tightly packed together. These ones are not as much. So if I use this brush as my foundation brush, it leaves streaks. You know, the foundation does not sort of blend in together. It leaves streaks, and that's not what we want. So a foundation brush that is dense as this is definitely really good. Like the Real Techniques face brush, that is one of these densely tightly packed foundation brushes. You can also use a beauty blender to blend out your foundation, but let me tell you, girl, the difference between these two is the fact that this consumes a lot of product. You're gonna end up using way more product and there won't be as much left on your face. With this, you really don't waste any of your product. I was having a conversation with my friend and she was saying that her foundation runs out quickly. And my foundation, and I wear a lot of makeup, I wear makeup a lot. My foundation lasts me close to a year, a little over a year. And it's because of this brush. It doesn't waste. No foundation is wasted. All of the foundation that I put on my face stays on my face when I'm blending it out. Unlike with the beauty blender really chows a lot of the foundation. So brush is what I prefer. I used the beauty blender for a really long time, but the brush is definitely what I prefer. And then the next step is usually contour. So then I go in with my beauty blender. This one is a bit old, but I like it. I just can't part ways with it even though I have these. So my beauty blender, then I use it to blend out my concealer and I wet it. You need a damp beauty blender to blend out your concealer. I'm not sure about the technicalities as to why, but it works that way, girl. And the next brush I'm going to show you is this brush. It has like it's like a diamond shape. Can you guys see that at the top? It has this diamond shape, and if I do this, it gets in perfectly right there. So I use that to set my banana powder once I have done my concealer, and then I set my face with my banana powder. So then I use this brush. It's perfect. It gets in right in there. It's almost like this Real Techniques brush. Can you see the shapes are similar? It's just that this one is smaller, so I prefer this one because it is much bigger than the Real Techniques brush. The Real Techniques brush I use to highlight the highest points of my face. And then this is the face brush that I showed you guys. I use this to set the rest of my face using my Maybelline Fit Me Powder. This is more of like a powder brush, and I use this to apply my blush. It's very similar to this one, and it just helps me get it. It's an angled brush, as you can see, and I like it because it just helps me get right into the hollows of my cheeks to contour my face. So this one is the same. I like this one because it's bigger. So first I'm gonna grab my Maybelline Superstay Activewear 30-hour foundation, and this one is in 60 caramel. Before this I was using the 24-hour. I love that with all of my heart, and then it finished, so I didn't know exactly which foundation I wanted to go into. I think I mentioned that in one of my videos, and then I watched a Nikki tutorial video and she was using this foundation and she gave it a good review, so I decided to try it. And at first when I used it, I was really not sure. It's very difficult to blend because it is matte, so it dries down quickly, so you have to work fast with it. So here they say that it is up to 30-hour wear, full coverage foundation. I feel that it's not full coverage. You need to build it up. It's more of a build up type of foundation for you to get the full coverage. Light as air feel, transfer resistant, seamless matte finish, and oil free. I feel like I have dry skin, but I love this because it's not too mattifying. I think it's particularly because of the primer that I use, because I don't use a mattifying primer. If I did use a mattifying primer, I think it would really feel matte and look matte. Okay, so I want to show you guys how to blend out this foundation because it does dry down quickly. So I'm just going to start with one side of my face so that we don't give it time to dry down, and it makes it way easier to blend. If you do decide it and you struggle with blending it, please try and use this technique, or any mattifying foundations that you feel like are difficult to use. Definitely take it one step at a time. Don't put the foundation all over your face, because by the time you come in and blend out the side, it's sort of already like dried down and it's a problem. So this is how I am gonna do it. Let me know down below what foundations you're currently using. Let's get engaging in the comment section. Let me know which foundation is your favorite. For my face, I definitely trust Maybelline, like from concealers to foundations to powders. Maybelline is the girl she thinks she is. Maybe it's Maybelline. It's very gloomy outside, you guys, but thank God it doesn't affect the lighting. And it's really early in the morning also. So I'm just gonna go in with a third pump for my forehead, just a little bit though. Can you see? Just a little bit, because we don't want to do too much. So this is how it looks right now. As you can see, you can still see my freckles right here. So that's what I meant when I said, even though they say it's full coverage, it's more of a build up. So I'm just gonna go in again with just one pump like that and just build it up so that we can get our full coverage. Life is short. If you want to look hella glam every day, why not? Who's gonna stop you? Carpe diem, girl. This foundation is really bomb once you learn how to use it properly. If you can't use it properly, you're gonna have a problem, okay? So use the techniques that I'm using. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Instant Anti-Eraser Multi-Use Concealer, and this one is in the shade Buff. So with your concealer, it is very important for you to go 2 to 3 shades lighter than your foundation. So you can see this is my foundation tone. You can barely see it because it looks like my skin, but this is my foundation and this is my concealer. Can you see the difference? This is how I get my face looking snatched and looking contoured. There has to be a difference. If you're scared to go too light, go 2 shades lighter. And girl, if you wanna get that snatch, definitely go 3 shades lighter. Just highlighting the highest points of my face. This is where naturally the light would hit my face. So makeup is just a matter of enhancing what you already have. You're not changing anything. People are like, oh, you're changing, oh, you're catfishing. You're not changing anything. You're just bringing out those features and highlighting them even more. So the places that I'm highlighting, this is where the light naturally hits my face. So I'm just bringing that back. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, you're catfishing. It's still you. Okay, we're not catfishing, we're enhancing. Please, let's get it right. And I just like to give my concealer a bit of time to get tacky, dry down a bit. Use the same technique, tap it into my skin. And I'm just gonna do the same thing on this side. Just tap in. If you do have a larger forehead, please avoid highlighting your forehead, because highlighting your forehead just makes it bigger. That's why I only keep the highlight right here and I don't take it all the way up, because then that just is going to make my forehead look bigger. Now I have to set my concealer. I'm going to set it using my Makeup Revolution Banana Baking Powder. We want to keep that highlight highlighted, and hence I go in with a banana powder. I like the banana because it has a yellow undertone. I also have a yellow undertone. If you have more of a neutral undertone, you can use translucent powder if you don't want the yellow effect. Because I have dry skin, I don't bake. I just basically tap it right into my skin, and I don't use a lot of it. I pick it up and then dust it off and then just pack it into my skin like that. I'm gonna take my other beauty blender. I like to use this one with the pointy tip. I like to bake the bridge of my nose with the pointy part. And this one is dry. The other one that we blended our concealer out with, that one was damp. This one is dry. If you have small line issues, then you can do this step. If you don't have any small lines, then definitely omit this step. It's not important. I only do this for my smile lines. Next, I am going to set the rest of my face. I like to set the rest of my face because I set my concealer, so why wouldn't I set my foundation as well? This is the brush that I use, and I am going in with my Fit Me Maybelline in the shade 350 Caramel, and it gives me a smooth finish to my makeup. And it adds coverage as well. Hence I said I don't need for my foundation to be fully full coverage because I'm still gonna go in with powder and set it. I am going to go in and contour, and I am going to use my mattifying compact powder from Essence. This one is in the shade 62 Mahogany. You can see it's very warm toned, so it's perfect. I'm gonna take my angled brush that I showed you guys in the beginning, and I'm just going to use that to contour. And I'm just going in the hollows of my cheeks. Can you see? If I do this, then you can already see where my contour should be. So I'm just going right in there. I like to go with a powder contour. Just find that it's so much easier to use. So if you're a beginner as well, powder contour is your best friend. It's easy to blend. It's easy to blend it in your skin. With cream contour, it's really hard to blend it out and make it look natural, but with powder, it's really easy to make it look natural. Okay, so I have contoured, and I'm gonna go back into my Fit Me powder. I forgot that I need to contour my nose, and I just like to use this eyeshadow brush. Now for my favorite part, which is blush. I love blush, and this is the brush that I use. I think I want to do a pink blush today. I'm going to be wearing pink pants. Okay, I'm going to take this rosy pink color right here, and I'm going to use that as my blush. I either do pink or an orange blush, or I mix the two for like a redder tone. So this is how the blush looks. I just like to put it on my hand a bit just to soften it up before I put it directly on my skin. If you haven't tried blush in your routine, please give it a try. It will change your life. And then get back to me and let me know, how do you feel about it? It obviously does not have to be as bright as mine. And then the other thing about blush is that it's the first thing to disappear. I don't know what is it about it, but it doesn't stay long. Hence, I like to use eyeshadow as blush. I take my highlight. This highlight is in pieces. Let me swatch it and show you guys my shade. All the high points of my face, again, where the light hits me. Now, one thing about me, guys, highlights, I like a lot. It just gives me a glow that I need as someone with dry skin. So I just like to use this small brush. This is an eyeshadow brush, just to highlight the bridge of my nose. The lower you take your highlight, the longer your nose looks. So you don't want to do that. You just want to keep it right here. If you drag it down too much, then your nose just looks really long. Okay, and then I am going to finish off my eyes. I'm just going to do a white eyeliner, put on some eyelashes, and then I'm going to be back to show you guys how I finish off the rest of the look. Well, all I really have to do is just set my face. So I'm going to come back and set my face, and then we'll be done with our second makeup class. Okay guys, so I have put on my mink eyelashes. They look so good. I just need to go in with my Keep It Perfect makeup fixing spray. It says the light refreshing spray fixes and protects reliably the makeup without leaving a sticky feeling on the skin for all skin types. They have a mattifying one, but this one is the hydrating one, which I like for my dry skin. So I'm just gonna go so this brings me to the end of our second makeup class. I went ahead and finished the rest of my face. I just put on some eyelashes, I put on some mascara in my under eyes, and then I finished it off with this matte lipstick, which is very matte and very uncomfortable. Like my lips feel so dry, but whatever, we're not there. If you are the type of girl who likes to get false eyelashes, this is definitely the beat for you. You know, you just want something nice for your base. So this was for my girls as well who don't do their eyeshadow. They have their brows microbladed and they have false eyelashes in, then you can definitely do this flawless foundation routine. I definitely love the way that it turned out, girl. We did go into great details regarding blending out your foundation, blending out your concealer, setting your face, all the applicators that you need. So we definitely went into detail with this tutorial. So please don't forget to like my videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribing to my channel is completely free, so you definitely want to hit that subscribe button because I have got another story time coming through. I have got another makeup class coming through. You definitely want to subscribe. I just want to say thank you so much for the support, everybody who's been subscribing to my channel, everybody who's been commenting, liking my videos. Thank you so much. I definitely do appreciate it, and I hope that you are good wherever you are. I hope you have a beautiful day further. My name is Retha girl, and this is the end of makeup class for beginners episode 2. Can I tell you something for what it is worth? We have it.